Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We already know that UX is one of the hottest jobs or career paths right now in the world, with UX designers also being one of the highest paid employees in any company. However, there is a particular type of UX almost, which has cropped up in the past few years. However, it is catching on fire recently. This type of UX is called enterprise UX. I will be dividing this video into definition of enterprise UX, why it is popping up so much these days, what you need to know about enterprise UX before even getting into it, and what kind of careers are there available for you if you're an enterprise UX designer. So without further ado, let's just get started. Now, Punit, what is even enterprise UX? Let's break down this word into two parts. UX, which is user experience design, and enterprise. Enterprise means catering to certain businesses. So essentially, rather than catering to users like us, designers will be creating or designing applications and software for businesses, employees, etc. For example, the software used by your HR managers who are managing human resources, getting in touch with you, onboarding you in an organization, all that is done through a certain set of softwares. And these softwares are catered to those HR managers and to that company. So essentially, any service or product that is being used by the employees specifically of a company or by the company in general can be termed as enterprise software. And these enterprise softwares require designers to create the whole design before it can be developed and coded out. In enterprise UX, always the users are replaced by customers, and in this case, it could be the employees, it could be merchants, it could be anybody who is using that software to conduct their business activities. Now, under the definition only, how is it even different from normal UX design? The first we've already discussed is users are changed. In this case, it's not a general user who's using a product for a particular purpose. Here, it is an employee who has been taught how to use this software, first of all. Second of all, he is using it to conduct his business activities or the role or tasks given to him. So these softwares are essentially just making the employees' lives easier through a certain system or through a certain service being provided by that company. Not only that, enterprise UX designers have to design for different roles and purposes. For example, the owner of the company can access all the systems and databases. Maybe the IT managers can only access a certain set of tool sets in that tool. For example, even on Figma, there are different roles that you can assign. So you can add more editors. You can even add people who can just see your prototype. You can even add people who can add comments on your prototype. And now Figma has even introduced their enterprise version. So they have also definitely hired people who are experts at designing enterprise software. Similarly, in Webflow, you can add administrators, moderators, viewers, editors. A lot of different roles can be added to a certain software, and based on their roles, they have different access. They can use different tools and tool sets under that software, and they have different rights. So somebody might be able to kick you out, but you can't kick them out of that software. So most of these enterprise tools are very data intensive. So the whole factor of being looking cool or looking minimal in nature is not always possible with enterprise UX. So here the priority will always be functionality, which in general is for UX designers. However, in this case, enterprise softwares are always considered lacking in design. And hence, UX designers have stepped in and they're doing enterprise UX to be able to fix the whole designs so that they can look better and in line with their actual softwares. Also, there's a lot of experimentation and testing when it comes to normal applications being created for the normal public. However, when it comes to enterprise software, when we're designing that software, we must ensure that we're catering directly to not only the employees, but also the company itself. So if the company demands a certain set of tools or a certain set of tool sets being designed a certain way, we need to cater to that company's needs, and that is a one persona or a certain kind of persona being provided. However, in the real world, there can be a large number of people using your product differently or in a certain manner, asking the employees their problems and issues, and based on that, providing something that kind of fits both needs equally. Here, a lot of UI design takes a back seat. However, things like information architecture are of top priority because everything needs to be easily navigatable. Everything needs to be clear and concise so that the employees can easily navigate and easily do their tasks on time. So that is definitely a priority in enterprise UX. Now, second, let's talk about why is enterprise UX popping and why did I even make this video in the first place? Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of advertisements of applications or softwares on YouTube, LinkedIn, even on TV, showcasing a certain software, a product that can be used by your companies or employees. In fact, I get this ad of ClickUp all the time. ClickUp is an enterprise software meant for employees of a company and acts as a good organization and productivity tool. This is a software which is popping up. Not only that, because of the new work from home norms, giant companies like Twitter and Google and Microsoft allowing people to work from anywhere that they want, and the whole system of work from anywhere being a big deal, a lot of companies have realized that creating software for such organizations is important and lucrative. Hence, a lot of new softwares are cropping up around this. Also, I'm sure you've seen a huge trend of new startups, new companies coming up, a lot of people getting different funding from all over the world. All these companies, all this startup culture being built in so many countries will effectively bring a huge demand, a rise in demand for such software. And when this comes in, enterprise UX, demand for enterprise UX goes up as well. Now let's talk about how can we start learning how to create products, applications for enterprises or for enterprise softwares. Now, the principles of design will always stay the same. As long as your basics are clear, as long as you've created consumer applications or designed consumer applications, you are good to go. However, there are quite a few things that you need to learn in enterprise UX. And for this, I would suggest taking courses on Coursera. In fact, our friends at Pro App, which is a free application you can get on your phone, you can learn everything about enterprise UX and how to design for enterprise software on that application for absolutely free. I would suggest go checking it out. I'll have a link in the description. All your basics stay the same. However, there's a slight learning curve on what to do and what not to. Now let's quickly jump onto the careers in enterprise UX. Now, if you go to LinkedIn and you search for enterprise UX, you will find a few solutions all over the world, definitely. However, enterprise UX as a title hasn't become as popular when it comes to organizations putting out or pushing out jobs. Here you will have to check out the companies which are creating enterprise softwares and then check out whether they're hiring or not. To transition into such jobs, you can always pick up problem statements from companies and businesses who have certain issues that they can solve with software. And you can create a case study around it and even maybe design something when it comes to UI. I'll give you a quick example of what we did at PayU, an organization which allows you to create payment gateways for your business. We had some really big clients, I would not name them. So what we used to do was we used to go to them, and of course, we had a set of products already in place. So when you know what kind of products you have or you're going to build, you go to those companies, you sit with a manager or someone who can talk to you about what the employees face as day-to-day problems, what the company wants from a certain software that they might even be looking out for. So when you're going to an enterprise to check out their problems, not only are you checking out problems, but you're also pitching the product that you already have. So unlike with users where you're just trying to take their feedback and get results from that feedback, here you are actually going and pitching your product as well as asking them their problems. So it's a two-way stream, I would say. So make sure that you're focusing on certain problem statements that other products aren't being able to solve in that case. Again, a lot of these applications or softwares are or can be customized for that company. A newer feature can be inputted or omitted inside a product set, and the software can be tweaked for that company itself. In fact, I will give you a fact. A lot of banks have similar softwares, frameworks, etc. The designs are different. However, it is based on the same base of software, the similar code, and even maybe the same company is creating those. So you will see a similarity in the tool sets or softwares of banking companies as well. So that is it for enterprise UX. I gave you a good overview, a good summary of what it is. I suggest check out the courses there. I'll have a few links in the description. If you want me to post such content on a weekly basis every Monday and Thursday, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will see you every Monday and Thursday as usual. Until next time, take care. God bless.